Hello, darlings. It's really cool to see you all again. I hope you're all well out there and having a great time today. You know what? When I first started my channel a few months ago, I didn't know anything about making videos or how YouTube worked and that. All I knew is that I would learn as I go. And I have. I can't believe how much I've already learned so far. And I know I will continue to learn and improve my videos over time. I was just thinking, you know, when I first started my channel, it was just called Band Ventures with Kaya. Now, how I came with the name is because I came up with the name Kaya is because my band is a Kaya. Makes sense, doesn't it? And so I came up with my band title called Band Ventures with Kaya because I knew I wanted my channel to be about my band life, my ventures, journeys, and just my life in general. But also, I also wanted to use this platform as a tool so I can educate all of you about domestic violence as well. But then, after a little while, then I realized the title of my channel, Band Ventures with Kaya, didn't reflect the whole, everything about my channel. So that's when I added Band Ventures with Kaya after finding freedom. And that's a better name for my title because that reflects everything about my channel. Hello, baby. Come on. Come on. Kelly's down there. Come on, puppy. Off she goes. Oh, well, hopefully she'll be back. Okay, so I've written down some notes so I don't forget everything with what I want to say. Come on, Bubby. Come on, Kelly. She'll come when she's ready. You see, when I was young, no one ever told me about how relationships really work. And, you know, what actually goes behind closed doors. And also, I didn't even know that domestic violence was a crime. Because when I was a child, it was a normal thing back then. It was acceptable in those days, but not now. Whereas we're in a different era now where domestic violence is not acceptable. It is not allowed at all, which is good. But, I'm going to have to get that fixed. But, the problem is domestic violence is still as bad as it was just then. But unfortunately, it's also getting worse. I don't like thinking about it. So what I want to do is I want to use my hello beautiful. Come on, Bubby. Kelly, come on. I'll open the door up for you. Come on. Come on, Bubby. Come on. Come here, Mommy, make a video. Come on. Good girl. That's a good girl, you are. Come on. She's thinking about it. And so I want to use my experiences with domestic violence to help all of you. And I want to share that information. Good girl, Bubby. Oh, now she's got underneath the van. Oh, well, she'll come back out. You know, because I want to share this information with you so you can all learn, you know, how to stay safe in a dangerous relationship, how to navigate a dangerous relationship safely in case you were to find yourself or someone you know in that situation. Because it can happen to anyone, anywhere, because domestic violence doesn't discriminate. So, I've come up with the brainwave. Brainwave! So, I've decided to turn my domestic violence experiences into a lucrative career where I can laugh all the way to the bank. And I am laughing. It feels good, So, by selling my books about domestic violence is one way that I make money, and my book will be published next year. My book is being published now, but it is being published by Penguin, and it will be available on Amazon in the new year. And that's got all the little bits of information about tips and that, how to stay safe and so forth. And also, I'm also going to make money by monetizing my YouTube channels with the AdSense as well. So I need a lot more subscribers, so please subscribe to my channel so I can continue to grow my channel, so I can keep educating you guys about domestic violence and everything which goes with it, how to stay safe, what to do, what not to do, how to say things, how not to say things, when to stay silent, and stuff like that. Because words are very powerful, especially if you say the wrong words at the wrong time, especially when tense feelings are mixed. It can create a dangerous situation which can be the difference between life and death, or even severe permanent injuries like becoming paralyzed and spending the rest of your life in a wheelchair, for example. And I don't want you or anyone else to go through with all that. And so this is why I'm using my experiences to educate you, because the only way we can help stop or slow down domestic violence is by using prevention. There is a simple answer, which all that needs to happen is for abusers to stop being abusive. But that's never going to stop. So we have to whatever we can to try to help stop it or at least slow it down. And I think the best way we can do that is by prevention. And how we do this is by education, by using our experiences. Just going to get more comfy. By using our experiences with domestic violence, we can teach you and the future generations as well all the things that we learned. So you don't have to go through what we went through. You can learn all this before you start a relationship. Excuse me. So if you were to find yourself in that situation, you'll know you will know what to do and what not to do, which can help you stay safer or a little bit more safer, which is better than nothing, I guess. You know, I'll put that piece of paper over there now. I'm done. You know, domestic violence, it has been going on since the start of civilization. I mean, it was happening long before Jesus' days. And it was happening in the caveman days. And it's still happening now. And it will keep happening in the future. All the way up to Armageddon, it will still be happening. If we don't do something to help stop it now, before any more women and children get hurt and killed for something so senseless. I just feel so emotional talking about this subject, but I have to because it's so important. Because what's the most important thing is survival, and this is what it's all about. And I want to teach you all how to stay safe. All these different ways that you can do that, all these little tips and tricks that you can help to keep yourself safe and your children a bit safer. Like, for example, having a safety plan and an evacuation plan, and keeping an evacuation bag full of clothes and essentials and credit cards and stuff in case you need it for an emergency, and keep it in a safe place that only you know of, and stuff like that. And I want you to learn how to trust your intuition, and not just trust it, act on it as soon as you feel your intuition, It's most important. You can check out my other video about that which is titled, what did I call that? This is why you must trust your intuition. So if you check out that video, you'll see what I mean. And also learning how to be your own first responder. I mean, I know we have, the police and ambulance drivers, they help us, but they can't always help us. They can't always save our lives. I mean, How can they save our lives if they're not there? You know, and sometimes you have to be your own first responder. So I want to educate all of you about this and how ways you can go about doing that. Because staying safe in your relationship is the most important thing, whether you realize it or not. It really is. And your children too. Okay, that can go over there. So by me turning my experiences with domestic violence into a career, by making videos for my channel about it so I can educate you guys, and by writing books about it, I'm thinking about making a documentary about it. And so I can monetize my channel, share my books via Amazon and that. And I mean, what better way to make a career? All I'm doing is turning a negative situation around into a positive one and turning it into a career. Now, I know my ex-husband doesn't like me talking about domestic violence on my channel, but I don't care, you know, because he sends me messages, threatening and intimidating messages, well, tries to, you know, via my YouTube channel, you know, saying things like stop lying and, you know, you believe in your own lies after a while and stuff like that. He even sent me another message saying, why don't you call it separation violence? And I'm thinking, what the hell does that mean? And another message, where was it? Where was this other message? Yeah, where he says, let me find it. I should have noted it down with numbers to find it. Oh yeah, and he says, he's starting by saying, or do I have to get a cease and desist order? Oh my God, so funny. So fun. He doesn't even know what an intervention order is. He calls it a cease and desist order. Oh my God, that's so funny. And that's how stupid he is. I can remember my son telling his friends, I just ignore him, he's an idiot. But the thing is, what I can't understand is, if I'm the one who's lying about this, which I'm not, and he knows I'm not, he knows damn well what he's done, then how come he has subscribed to my channel not once but 5 times? You see what I mean? And I mean, and if I'm lying, then how come I know all this information? How come I know how to stay safe in a violent relationship? Because if that never happened, I would not know what I'm talking about now, would I? I mean, that's logical. Like, I mean, everything I learned about domestic violence, all the safety tips and tricks and everything, I learned over 22 years by him. No one else, just him. He was my domestic violence teacher. Like, for example, I remember it was a Monday morning, and I felt this pain in the back of my head. And he hit me from behind using the metal clip of the strap from my handbag. And 9 o'clock that night, my left ear started bleeding. And that was when I realized, never turn your back towards your abusive partner. And if you have to, you're going to have to need mirrors or some sort of reflection so you can see what's going on. And that's when I thought, oh, I know, I've got them here somewhere too. Where are you? There's no one. This. They're just paper mirrors. They stick on the wall. And these are great because they look good. They come in big squares. Let's see if I can find another one. I've cut all these up because I've been using them in my van to put here, there and everywhere, as you can see. And that's what they are. It's just cardboard. You can, and they're great because if you just stick them on, say for example, in every room in the house, just have one wall with these mirrors. You know, as a decor look. Not only does it look good, but it's also going to keep you safe because this is going to be the eyes in the back of your head. So if you have to turn your back away, at least you can still watch and and have a chance, because if your abusive spouse, hits you on the head from behind with the back of a hammer, you're not going to know what hits you, are you? No, you're going to, and because it's from behind, you don't know it's coming, and therefore you won't have a chance to defend yourself or to have a chance to escape. I'll never forget that. I can still feel it just thinking about it, after all those years. And I still dream about it at night time in my dreams. Nightmares. I'm telling you now, being in a domestic violence relationship, it's not worth it. It's really not. And this is why I want to get my messages across to you, all of you. That's why it's important to me. So I figured if I'm going to spend my time educating all of you, I might as well make money from it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've got my book almost ready for sale. And I need more subscribers so I can monetize my YouTube channel. And I've also got my TikTok channel too. So I can keep teaching you all these tips and tricks on how to stay safe in case you were to find yourself in that situation. Like I just said, if you find yourself in that situation, don't turn your back towards your partner. And if you have to, always have to be aware of your surroundings, You cannot let your guard down, which is very exhausting and difficult and frustrating. I mean, it's just wrong. But then again, everything is wrong with the domestic violence relationship. And what will happen is after he spots you on the back of your head, he's going to tell the police, oh no, I didn't mean it, it was an accident, she fell over, or whatever. And he will put the blame on you while he makes out he's the victim. Oh my God, oh man, that's not love, that's hate. And when you're in a domestic violence relationship, what happens is that, how do I describe it the best way? It's really a hate relationship pretending to be love, if that makes sense. Because you don't hurt the people you love. But that's what happens in a domestic violence relationship. And even though he says, oh, I didn't mean it, the thing is, he really does mean it. I mean, I used to believe that too, thinking, oh, my ex-husband, he doesn't mean it. And other people would say, oh, no, he does mean it. And it took me a long time to learn that he did mean it. I feel like crying again. But the best tip I can give you out of all of them is if you were to find yourself in a domestic violence relationship, the best tip I can give you out of all of them is to leave immediately when you notice the very first red flag or warning sign. Doesn't matter how big or how small. That is the best tip I can give you, because by doing that, not only are you dodging a bullet, but you're also saving your own life and also saving yourself from abuse later on. And it's also easier and better to leave a domestic violence relationship in the early stages than later on. Okay, so this has been going for about 28 minutes. So I'm going to end this video here. So please subscribe to my channel, because I need heaps more subscribers to continue to grow my channel so I can keep educating you guys about domestic violence, as well as sharing just my life in general and my adventures with you too. And thank you for joining me for today's video. It was wonderful to see you all again. So please take care and stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video, and God bless you all. I love you all so much. Bye-bye. Take care.